Okay, you can't see your
Can't see my
head.
head.
You're too tall. Right.
No, I'm really not.
Can you slouch a little bit?
I'm not slouching.
Slouch
It's
down!
It's bad for my back. I'm 5.
Well, what am I going to do
I'm
then?
5'10".
Give me a cushion.
Get a booster.
Let me sit on a cushion.
There you go, like in the hairdresser. There you go.
Hi guys, today I am joined by my husband John because I asked you to send us your assumptions about both of us, and today we're going to respond to these assumptions. Some of them are a bit crazy, like John hasn't seen them. Let's get started. Louisa is the stricter parent.
I think you're the more anal parent about some stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you're a bit of a, if you were going to be a Mr. Man, you'd be Little Miss Perfect.
Yeah, like
you like everything.
Yeah, like I like the house to be like really clean and really tidy, whereas John, you're not really that bothered. So I'll maybe like go crazy if the kids have like destroyed the living room, whereas you won't really care.
Not as much, no.
I mean, you like to come down and point the finger. Like you expect me to make the house perfect. You just don't expect yourself to make the house perfect, no?
Oh, scandalous.
Yeah, I'll probably get on at the kids more regarding like tidying and stuff. And then like food and stuff, you're probably stricter, I think.
I'm stricter when it comes to having a routine, when it comes to food. I'm probably more firm with them on the whole.
Yeah.
You know?
But then I probably lose it more just because I'm with them more. You know, like I'm by myself with them all day.
Oh, excuses.
Yeah, I'd probably shout more to be honest. But then,
yeah.
I mean, if you're barely with them, so.
I'm not barely, I can't say I'm
well,
barely with
you're
them.
with them less than me.
Well, yeah,
so,
no, but I mean, because they never aren't with you.
No, never.
So yeah, I can't beat that.
Even like this video, they're in the playroom, so you might hear like screaming. Luca's like sleeping on the couch, so he might start screaming at any moment. Luca is John's favourite child.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not, no.
No, can't stand infants. Infants are so annoying.
Who's your favourite?
Maybe just Amaya, just by virtue of the fact that she's the oldest, really.
Oh, because she gives you less hassle at the moment.
Yeah, in that respect, yeah.
Right.
I mean, I love them all the same, but infants are insufferable.
Yeah.
Toddlers are pretty annoying, and then they become vaguely acceptable human beings from about age 4 onwards.
Eva's
That's
still
just how it is.
a little bit.
Yeah, she's still a bit of a mad one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. Like, I mean, Amaya's definitely the easiest child now. Like,
That's what I mean,
she just doesn't
yeah.
do anything. No tantrums, no shouting, no screaming.
Not really,
like,
no.
nothing.
No, the odd bum wiping, but that's about it.
The kids prefer Louisa.
Look, if you don't have kids, right, kids prefer whoever gives them what they want at that particular moment in time. Alright, kids will just game the system, they'll game the parenting system to get what they want, and that's it.
Yeah.
Probably, I would say biologically, like little children do just have that attachment to their mum.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would say they prefer me, to be honest. Like, if they had to choose, it's like, right, you got to choose mummy or daddy, like.
Yeah, but it's not, they're just kind of born with that in their genes, you know? It's just...
Yeah.
You know, because it kind of makes it sound like you're better in some ways, but I mean, we all know that we're just exactly the same.
Okay. Luca breastfeeds, Albita still breastfeeds, so yeah, they've got that attachment. God, they're gunning for you. John doesn't help in the house.
I pretty much fixed it. This entire living room, let's see, all the curtain rails, the curtains, the lights. I've built various bits of furniture in here.
General housework, I mean, that's just kind of my job, you know, like my job is looking after the house and looking after the kids. I'm the one that cooks and cleans and stuff.
Yeah.
But then...
I do a bit of mopping now and again.
Yeah, and like at the weekend, you know, you'll maybe like put your plate in the dishwasher after lunch sometimes. Nah, like, you know, you'll help out a little bit.
I take care of the outdoors.
Yeah, you do.
Like the whole outdoor area.
John is the one that goes shopping, and I'll stay here with the kids.
Yeah. I'm just the de facto errand boy because
Yeah,
you
you're
basically
errand
can't
boy.
move. Oh, something needs taken to the post office. Right, go. I need this from the shop. Go. I need everything. Admin needs to go like this. But we're both pretty busy, believe me. There's neither of us is sitting around scratching our whatever we've got, you know. So.
No. John wants more kids.
No, we've got a live one over there.
Oh, how many kids did you want?
2.
You wanted 2. So 3 and 4 were kind of surprises.
They weren't surprises because it was what you wanted, and you always get what you want. That's not a surprise.
No, I did. Like, I wanted more. I did.
Yeah, that's all good. I mean,
basically, like after number 2, I was like, oh, I want to have 3. I want to have 3, and you just didn't, and yeah, we ended up having 3. But Luca was kind of an accident.
Yeah.
But now that we've got 4, I'm really happy that we got a boy, and Albita's amazing. So
yeah, Albita is pretty cool. And I'm sure he'll be top crack. You know, he's alright.
Oh, he is. He's amazing.
And he's not crying. He's alright.
No, he's lovely. He's a lovely little boy. Absolutely lovely little boy. And you must be happy that you've got a little boy.
Yeah, it's nice having a little boy.
Yeah, it all worked out in the end for me. I mean, you're not devastated about it, are you?
Nah, not at all.
No.
Not at all. We've settled in quite nicely now.
But 100% do not want any more, and I don't want any more. I mean, I'm like more than happy now because I got 1 child more than I wanted, and for me, like, every child is a blessing, you know. So the fact that I got 1 child more than I wanted isn't a bad thing. It's like amazing. John hates Spain and wants to move back to the UK. So John, they're just loving you,
It's not that they love me, it's I'm mysterious.
You are.
Because I'm never in your videos. No, I don't hate it. I think in general, people are better off staying where they're from because that's your culture, that's your values, that's what you know.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to build up a social network for all the years that you've been there. And you take it for granted when you leave and you come to another place that you know so many people. There might only be like 5 people that you see on a regular basis, but you know hundreds of people and you know everything and you've got so many contacts for everything that you've built up. And then you move somewhere and it's just a hassle. You have to start all over again.
That's true.
You're the weirdo, like when you come abroad. When you live at home and people are kind of like you, got similar values, similar sense of humor, similar ideas about life, then it's all right, like you fit in. But when you come abroad, the weird one is you. Like you're weird because you want to be in bed by midnight and you think that midnight isn't a time that you should meet up to have dinner. Yeah,
that's true. Like in the summer, Spanish people, they'll have a siesta, so they'll sleep between like 3 and 5, which means they don't have to sleep as much at night, so they can go to bed at like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and still get up at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
whereas we just have never had a siesta. We can't get into that routine, so we need to be in bed by like 10, and our kids need to be in bed at 10. And then people will like try and make plans with us to like meet up at 9 o'clock at night, and we're like, we're gonna be in bed. I mean, I definitely don't feel like that. Like, I love living in Spain. I miss my friends back home, and I miss like having history with people, you know. Like, I go home and like I'm with my friends that I met when I was like 15, and we talk about what we did when we were 15, and obviously I don't have that here with anyone.
But it's not even just that though. I mean, if you meet somebody new here, right? If you were Spanish and you met another Spanish person, you could talk about stuff from when you were younger because you both have that in common.
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember when this happened? And do you remember that TV program? And what was it like at your school? And you'll have all these shared experiences. But you don't have any of that with people. No. You and me are both pretty similar in the fact that we're not really that immersed in the culture. Like, I don't really watch the news.
Well, now we do because of coronavirus.
Yeah, because of coronavirus, but that's the same thing everywhere. But yeah, I mean, I swear down, right? I didn't know who the president was before coronavirus.
Didn't either. It's so bad. It's awful.
I'm like one of these.
Now I do. Like, now I know all the political parties and everything, but that's awful, isn't it? Like, I didn't know who the Spanish president was.
No, neither did I.
Who lives in a country and they don't know who the president is? Like, that's awful. That's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing, but that's what Johnny foreigners do. Oh, our beach is crying.
Okay. Everybody started screaming. You started screaming. Yeah. so we've had to postpone the video. The realities of trying to film with 4 small children.
Hello, I everything.
John doesn't like Louisa doing YouTube. I love doing YouTube, but it's not easy. So if I want to film a video, John has to stay down here with all 4 of them, and I go up to the room and I try and film. And as I'm filming, I can hear them all like screaming downstairs.
That's not true. You make it sound as if like you leaving them with me is some sort of torture. Like they just...
But I always hear screaming, always.
Well, there'll always be some screaming, but they're always screaming all the time anyway.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, in that respect, you probably don't like it. Because if it wasn't for YouTube, then you wouldn't get left with all 4 kids by yourself. No?
I don't have any issue whatsoever with being left with them by myself.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like I'm new to the parenting game. I've been doing it now for 6.5 years. I can handle my own kids for like 30 minutes. Do I dislike you doing YouTube? Does that mean would I rather you didn't do it?
Yeah.
No. The fact that you like it is good for you, so why would I not want that for you? That's like saying, do you dislike me doing my music? You just
Yeah,
don't...
but your music just doesn't...
But you
I mean,
don't
it doesn't
care.
But it doesn't affect anything, because you do your music when we're all asleep.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Whereas YouTube does affect our life, because I need you to look after the kids so I can film a video. You know?
It does become a bit intrusive sometimes, and it becomes I think it makes you a bit anxious, like, oh, you know, I've got to get this video done, and then you start getting stressed. And there are times when there are other things that you should prioritize, and then YouTube gets in the way a little bit. You know, that has happened sometimes, because you want to get a video done or whatever, and there are those times when I think, oh God, like YouTube, you know, it'd be better if she wasn't doing that.
Yeah, I mean, because I love YouTube and I take it really seriously, and I want it to be my job. Sometimes I'll feel resentful towards the kids, because I'll be like, look, I'm trying to edit a video.
I'm trying to work
What the hell are you doing coming asking me for a cup of water? What are you doing coming asking me to wipe your bum? You know, like, and then I'm like, okay, hold on a minute, like, I must say, oh mum, like, that is my job. I am here to be here for my kids 24 hours a day. Like, that's what I'm meant to do. So I shouldn't feel resentful towards my kids when they come asking me for things and I'm trying to edit a video, because YouTube isn't my job at the moment. So I want to have my allocated time to do YouTube as well, and I don't really have any time. So I have to kind of just do it all together and edit a video while simultaneously looking after the kids, and it can get a bit stressful.
I think we're veering off the question a little bit though.
I think we are. Do you like me doing YouTube or not?
Well, like the evidence, like, is that I've supported it. You know, I did a fair bit of music for some of your videos. I used to take the kids out. I used to take the kids out a lot at the weekend so that Louisa could do YouTube. I don't know what other, you know, YouTube hobbies are doing, but you know, I think I'm pretty supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got, like, obviously in my ideal fantasy world, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, wouldn't it be great if Louisa just dedicated 100% of her energy to, you know, doing everything with the kids and making me happy? Yeah, sure, whatever. But then I'm like, oh no, wait a minute, you know, the human being alert. Like, obviously, like, you know, there's a person there who wants to do something else. So yeah, like, how am I going to be against that, you know?
That's it. You guys are quite old-fashioned in your outlook, and think the man should work and the women should stay at home.
That's just more the way it's kind of panned out, because Louisa used to work a lot more than I've ever worked, or ever will work. She used to have a full-time job in corporate, then she used to do freelance English classes, and then she used to do freelance translations.
Yeah.
I mean, she worked. In fact, Louisa actually put the money down for this house, the deposit, and, you know, the first year's worth of mortgage payments as well just went in a shared account that was your money that you put in there.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, on the surface it's like, oh, you know, stay at home mom and I'm working, but financially she's contributed, you know, equally, if not more.
And I'm trying to still contribute financially through YouTube. It's not a lot, I don't earn a lot, but that's kind of what I'm trying to do as well, you know, look after the kids and contribute a little bit financially at the same time.
Initially, when our first kid was born, Louisa was working and we put the kid in nursery. We put Amaya in nursery. It just had such a bad effect on her, psychologically.
Oh, I know.
That's when we started talking a lot to Louisa's mum, who's a clinical hypnotherapist, and we started looking into child psychology and started understanding that really, although little children, you know, they can't really express themselves that much, a lot of the feelings that, you know, they feel can then kind of be carried with them for many years to come. And we could really see the change in her behaviour, and then we started thinking more about that it's just kind of natural and better for the kids to be at home, and it seems more natural for them to be with Louisa because they just have that kind of attachment with her, with the breastfeeding and the co-sleeping, and that's how it kind of just transitioned into Louisa being a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, I know, that wasn't the plan. Like when I fell pregnant, it definitely wasn't.
It wasn't.
The plan was for me to just continue like with my 3 jobs and put the kids in nursery, but when we actually saw the effects of that, that's when we changed our minds. You met in the UK and decided to move to Spain together? No. We met in Spain, which is so weird because I actually don't know any other people like us. I don't know any other British people that met in Spain. All the native English speakers that we know are married to Spanish people. Or my cousin, for example, she's like recently moved over to Spain with her partner, like her and her English partner met in the UK and they moved over to Spain together. So sometimes that happens. I don't know anyone like us.
No, it's a fair assumption, but you're wrong.
So I was in Galicia for a year, he was in Madrid for a year, and then I moved over to Madrid, started working at the same company as John, and that's how we met each other. You knew no Spanish until you moved to Spain, and you took a long time to learn.
Is this you, Louisa?
I don't know, it must be both of us, I think.
No, well,
I'll answer then. For me, I started learning Spanish when I was 13 at school. At 18, I went to university to study French and Spanish. I have to say, like, my Spanish wasn't great because when you learn a foreign language outside the country where that foreign language is spoken, you're never going to get an amazing level. The only way to learn a language properly, in my opinion, is to actually go to the country. So it was then, when I arrived in Spain at 22, that my Spanish really started to improve. But I definitely knew Spanish before arriving in Spain. Okay, you?
I'm Spanish, so I just grew up speaking Spanish.
He was born in London, like raised in London, but whenever he was at home, it was just him and his mum, because his mum and dad were divorced. So
Still are, yeah.
Still are. So at home, it was just him and his mum, so they only spoke in Spanish, because his mum's Spanish. I mean, your dad doesn't speak any Spanish, but because he wasn't at home with them, it was literally just a Spanish household where you only spoke Spanish.
It does come an age where you try and rebel because you don't want to be weird.
Right.
You know, because none of your friends speak it, so you just want to be like your mates. But then I think my mum just started refusing to interact with me if I didn't speak it. But I used to spend a lot of time here in Spain as well. Christmas holidays, Easter holidays, summer holidays, all the holidays really.
Like his grandparents.
Because my grandparents live over here.
Yeah, they lived in Spain, so yeah, spending like all the school holidays, you basically spent like half the year
Total
in
immersion.
Spain. Yeah,
about a third of the year.
So John is completely bilingual. I mean, sometimes like you get a bit rusty. Like at the moment, we just don't really talk a lot of Spanish
not
at
really.
all. No,
And the only Spanish I hear is you.
You start.
So I started getting worse.
It's true. You start speaking terribly. Here's a question, right? Tell me the truth, right? Do you think it would be better for your Spanish to just not speak it at all, like nothing, or to speak it with me? You think it would be better not to speak it at all?
No, you know what, right? Louisa's probably more up on, like, you know, current vocab.
Yeah, because I just watch the news all day.
She watches the news.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a bit of a colloquial kind of Spanish.
Yeah.
Because I've just learned, you know, like speaking on the street and at home. I do awfully in a job interview in Spanish. Because I just don't have any formal Spanish. It's all just like, you know, the Spanish equivalent of like, you alright mate, how you doing man? So.
Yeah, before we used to speak Spanish outside and English in the house.
Yeah.
But since we never leave the house now, just because of coronavirus, we don't speak Spanish at all.
Yeah.
So now we've decided to do Spanish one day, English the next day. So today's an English day, so that's why we're making this video in English. And then tomorrow, Spanish day, we'll make the video in Spanish.
Yeah.
Can we just say goodbye? Okay, do you want to say goodbye or not? Or I'll just say goodbye myself.
Bye.
Oh my god. Right, okay.
Bye.
Oh god. Okay, so that's the end of the video. I hope you liked it. We were as honest and as raw as we could be. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.